Kailangan matatag!
Normally. Even Alchemist, and they just try and, I don't know, try and play fast here. They're going to go for the Dirge for their final pick for Entity, so...
Stormer, what do you make of it? Do you think he should go for the Axe or go more for the control route with like the Gleipnir Hex that you were mentioning earlier?
Well, looks like Raven on the bottom side. I'll hold my thought for a sec.
I don't know.
Yeah, there it is.
Got him. Toby did drop down Pure's Bear here, but the glimpse back from Fishman makes sure that General can't close the distance. But now he might have put himself in danger because he gets completely surrounded and blocked by the treants coming in from jabs. And that'll enable Fnatic here on the top side of the map to kill this disruptor. They're like, alright fam, you want to save the bear? Cool. It's going to cost your life though.
Yeah, so kind of circling back.
It's going to take a while before these heroes fully come online. So not going to be expecting or anticipating them to make any wild moves on the map. Right now, General is going toe-to-toe with Fishman, but he's going to have assistance from Jabs, who comes in with the teleport. Will be able to get this kill. Secondary pickup on this Nature's Prophet for this game. Already has access to his power trade, starting to farm up, and they're getting these stacks going for Raven. Him falling down.
DJ, the Nyx Assassin has been a kind of standout hero for him across multiple TIs. Now with the pulverize once again. Oh no.
This was so smart. Armal didn't actually go back all the way home. He stuck around to pick up the experience for the level 6. He's going to die for this one. They bring Stormer over, rotating in with the real hero, let alone a Tempest double. But they get the revenge shit onto Armal, but nonetheless end up losing time right now, just stacking up some of these camps. Bottom, DJ, will he be able to escape this? He might not be able to escape, but he might be able to set up for a counter kill here. Gets the Impale out. Here comes Jabs now, making the rotation. They take away the Tombstone, but Fishman in a little bit of danger. Armal, though, actually retreated from this. He got glimpsed back. Couldn't participate in this fight anymore. Jabs, now he's the one that's in danger. Doesn't have access to a TP. Doesn't have access to allies. So he will end up just losing his life down in this bottom lane. That's a pretty big kill. Fishman, hard carrying on this disruptor right now. Being able to glimpse back the primary target. Might still die in the bottom lane though. On the Toby undying as Armal coming in for revenge. Here's the pulverize. DJ is here. I love how they give the kill to the Nature's Prophet with the little tree and being able to snipe Toby at the end.
Yeah, this hunt.
He's found him. He's got him. He has the vision. Oh no, he's going to cancel the TP. Could have gotten the Vendetta hit first, but prioritized just getting the TP cancel. Jabs coming in. Onslaught will be there coming in from the Armal, the Primal Beast, but unfortunately he ran into a Static Storm, and here comes Kataomi. The Dispos will enable them to bring down Jabs. TP out from Armal, not cancelled, but the glimpse will mean that DJ not that lucky, as they take him out as well. So Jabs and Nyx Assassin both end up dying for this arc.
So yeah. I feel like Entity as well as Fnatic are going to start button heads very, very soon.
Top lane, I think that's where they want to try and make a quick move because they have the Vendetta procced for this Nyx Assassin. DJ scouting out Kataomi. And Kataomi has cleared out the creep wave, so there's nothing to try and bounce off this damage. But DJ knows it's coming. Kataomi went close to the shop. Turns out to have been a mistake. Will end up losing his life here. He's going to try and set up for some counter kills. As Fishman, yet again, finding two heroes with the Static Storm kinetic field. Both of them should die in short order as Toby and Stormer show up to assist. That is a wonderful... It's going to take them too long to respond. They're not going to be here in time. The tower at bottom is going to be maybe the trade, but the age is already gone. DJ, though, gets himself caught in an awkward position. Kataomi jumps him. They might want to still take this fight. Armal hiding in the trees, waiting for a good onslaught target. Can't go on the lone druid, but they have found Stormer. It's the real one. Jabs TP is in behind him as well, and they are able to get that kill. Kataomi fighting 1v1 with the lone druid bear against Jabs, and they should be able to win this one out, or not. The bear held in position with the pulverize. They can't finish off Jabs. Buyback is going to be coming in from Fishman, and they do eventually get the kill. Armal, he charges through with the onslaught onto this Undying, and Toby ends up losing his life. Unfortunately, though, they have found General, but this is a mere support Zeus. Fishman, his buyback will be expended on a glimpse onto Raven. But Raven not necessarily.
Oh, Januel. I'm sorry, brother.
Oh, dude. Hashtag worth. It's fine. It's a Tombstone, Static Storm. I'm a +5. Who cares?
And they got the Flesh Golem as well. So once this Flesh Golem goes away, that's about another 100 seconds where they don't have to worry about the Flesh Golem. They're just going to try and get this fight going anyways. They've got double BKB. Toby's going to be hard to kill, but...
Oh, will David activate BKB is the question. He doesn't want to because he knows they can get the kill without it. Maybe save it for the oncoming fight. Nobody really to hold them down. Pure jumping into the fray with his bear as well. Kataomi after the rebound forces a BKB charge of Armal, but it's a little bit too late. So Armel does
Jabs
end
in
up
the
going
back.
down. In the meantime, Jabs TP's in onto the backline of the fight with his own BKB active, but there's way too much physical damage here, Fluke. Kataomi had the unleash, Pure was right in front of him, and they just chomp him to pieces on this Nature's Prophet. Bit of miscommunication there between himself just yet. They know for a fact that if they come into this fray, they will not have to deal with the Tempest double or with a young Arc Warden. But let's see who they initiate on. They jump him in.
Oh,
but
no.
the Static Storm with the fear immediately on. He stuns himself on Raven as well as Kataomi brings him down with Fishman's help. Done well, taken out as well as Fishman. What a player. The reaction times coming in from this man, immaculate. I'm not even sure he caught the full vision, but just knew exactly to the Lone Druid as well as the Arc Warden. So on both sides of the map, Fnatic have been doing a decent enough job, even when not being able to win these team fights, of in denying Entity further positioning on the map and further real estate in terms of tower objectives. Still though, until they get this next Aegis, maybe Fnatic will have some time to try and figure out a plan here. Down bottom, a fight is breaking out,
Get
the
out,
Lone
boys.
Druid. He's too close in. Armel, get out, BKB out. The actually jumping
Oh,
Stormstormer, they found the real deal. The Magnetic field is there, but it's not going to be enough. Jabs with the BKB definitely ends up dead as a result of this. DJ, can he TP out? No, he can't.
Okay.
Fishman's here. Fishman gets revenge. So Stormstormer does die, but I'm not so sure it's worth it anymore.
The way they used to think about, you know, remember the position 4 Monkey King where you used to this kind of Rusher Basher and you would just dunk the Wukong's command and that would be all you would do. Mars is very kind of similar. You just kind of get 1 or 2 items and that's where they go. They found Stormstormer in the top side though. Oh my god.
Quick pick off. They just picked up the Aghanim Scepter as well. Januel threw out the
Okay.
Nimbus Cloud atop the head of Stormstormer. All right, okay, that's something. That is something. I'm not so sure they'll be able to build off the back of this, but it does mean that Entity have to play a little bit more carefully. Maybe try including Stormstormer in more of their pushes rather than having him split push. I mean, that's going to be a constant threat that is possible whenever you have the full spells available from the Zeus. But it gets harder and harder to pull off that particular move, Fluke, once you get the Aghanim Scepter and the additional stacks to keep yourself alive.
found
DJ walks in, got caught out, but Fishman unable to get the Static Storm Kinetic Field on top of him, and that glimpse as well didn't really help out. They might want to take a fight or maybe at least try to kill this bear. Raven channeling up the stun, throws it into the midst of the fight. Jabs comes in, able to bring on Fishman, but Kataomi with the unleash turns his attention back onto this Nature's Prophet. He's actually still holding this fight, going 1v1 versus the Alchemist, but Alch finally able to win that one out. Pure in the meantime will eliminate Armel, but Pure is the last remaining hero here as they've taken down his support staff right around him. Jabs and Armel willing to commit their lives.
If they're able to once again kite out the Static Storm, I think that was probably a big thing in that last couple of team fights was not only did they have Stormstormer dead, but they also kited out the Static Storm that come in from Fishman, who is very, very close to the Aghanim Scepter. Now they've found everybody out.
Throws in the stun.
Stormstormer's
Actually
dead.
got caught in the top lane. Jabs found and killed him yet again.
Oh.
With this BKB. Actually gets a double kill. Right clicks onto this Disruptor. All right, Jabs, we see you. Has access to this Enchanted Quiver as well. And now his team gets brave because they know that they have a numerical advantage on the map. They've smoked up. They found Kataomi and Pure. Pure's going to die first and foremost here in the Radiant Triangle. Pulverize onto the Lone Druid. He has no security. He has no way out of this fight. And he will end up dead.
Okay.
Somehow, Jabs doesn't even get punished in the top lane either. As Fnatic, they are just going in from strength to strength. Armel, onslaughts forward. He wants to try and find Toby. Doesn't have the pulverize just yet. Up in 5 seconds. But will be forced to retreat before it is at the ready. All right, Fnatic. Slowly but sure.
Deal the damage and try and do it that way, but as soon as the chaos breaks out, and as soon as Fnatic are able to break that formation, that's when things start getting awkward. Things start getting weird, and Entity really can't deal with it that way. And Stormstormer showing the power of the Arc Warden, just kind of blew up Roshan.
What Roshan? Even though he still wants to fight, throws the stuns 3 at the
BKB.
same time, followed up by a 3-hero impale. He has the BKB active. They're going for Kataomi first, but Kataomi survives the fight and gets off the unleash and all of his HP back. Stormstormer does die on the edge of the fight, but nonetheless, they are winning this one. They turn their attention back onto Jabs now, as the Nature's Prophet will die. DJ gets off yet another good stun, but it's not going to be good enough to keep him alive. As they buy back on Su on the side. He's a big source of damage. He needs to buy back. They're going for the jugular here. Entity bounding onto the tier 4 towers. DJ finds the stun. Raven coming in. Where's the damage from this Alchemist? As Armel going first onto the Pure Bear, but doesn't have the follow-up from Raven, and Raven joins him, but he's inside the Static Storm. Couldn't get off his BKB. He's dead for 2 minutes. Armel now getting caught out on the left side of the fight. He dies as well. DJ throws in the token impale, but to no avail as 4 heroes drop. Fnatic call GG, and Entity take the game 1 victory in this duel. I think there's only been the 3rd game of LC. All of them have lost in my remembrance, but I'm not 100% sure. What do you make of this? Why?
If Armel gets like a haste rune, if Armel gets like an arcane rune, or maybe a double damage, he goes to one of these side lanes, he kills Pure, if he kills Toby, if he's able to, enable his Monkey King or his Terrorblade on the side lanes, then Fnatic are going to be in a pretty good spot.
And speaking of this Monkey King, able to pick up the first blood in the top lane, and it's the big target of Pure that they end up bringing down. Fnatic go for more aggression in the top lane, so things have quieted down a little bit, turning back into a farm fest for a while. If it's a farm fest, Fnatic heroes will certainly be extremely happy about it. And Kataomi in danger here in the top lane. One more hit will get him close. Boundless Strike is at the ready. Januel will commit it. Or Jabs, why do I keep messing up their names here? Jabs gets the glimpse back onto Pure with the help of DJ. Shout out Disruptor, great hero. Disruptor might die for this, but it's going to grant Jabs a double kill on this Monkey King. All right. This is a phenomenal start to this game. Squad. Because of how rough things have been going for Kataomi, we're going to have a fairly late level 6 for this Nyx Assassin. So the dynamism of this game should come from Toby. They've already managed to zone out the Terrorblade, sending him all the way back to base here. So bottom lane will be the territory of Entity. Erstwhile Jabs on the top lane, yet again aggressing into Pure. But the body blocks from these creeps, putting him in a bad position here. He does get off the Boundless Strike though, and the glimpse back brings Pure right into the face of the Jabs Monkey King. A mega kill streak already for the MK. And this pressure that's being applied is so solid. Jabs, will he be able to escape away from this one? Indeed he does. They even drew Fishman to this top side of the map as well, so that leaves to kill him. Just wants to zone him back and say, dude, you can't play this lane anymore. I'm sorry, just back the hell up. What can you do? But now, oh no, Toby! Back up, Toby! No! Toby's dead. The glimpse back will be there. Short's gonna put him in a technically safer position, but he's inside the kinetic fields. The Sunstrike will connect onto Jabs, but he drops down the Boundless Strike. One more right click onto Toby. That'll result in a kill for the Monkey King. Unstoppable streak, 6-0-1 in the first 8 minutes of this game. And they can't punish Raven. They don't have the levels, they don't have the aggression, they don't have the ability. And now guess what happens? Armel's coming top. He has Rolling Thunder. He knows that Pure is super weak right now. Pure is still level 4. And he's gonna stay that way, Fluke. He's about to lose his life to Armel. In the meantime, elsewhere on the map, Jabs able to get another pick off by himself onto Fishman. And Jabs almost kind of hard carrying this game at the moment. The reason Pure is so weak is because Jabs dominated him. Now he's here bottom doing the same thing to Toby and the crew. Wow, Fnatic are really showing up here.
Oh, this is so depressing to watch. Like, I really feel bad for Pure. Every so often I look to my right, I'm just seeing if I can see Pure in the player cams, because I think at this point, I don't know how you're supposed to come back from this, man. He's what, 1-7. He's 1-7 with 33 last hits at 10 minutes in. The Disruptor almost has more net worth than him. It's a big fight.
Stormstormer gonna look for revenge on his behalf though. And nice dodges yet again from Jabs. The Static Storm buying time and space. So they are able to kill Jabs, but DJ demonstrating why this Disruptor hero was so valued in the draft. Drops the Static Storm down onto 2 cores. Yes, sure, you eventually end the Wicked's kill streak. Toby happy to grab that gold, but immediately closer. They found the ward.
Q from the Legion Commander. Very, very scary.
But you got, my friend. Nice impale to at least stop the Undying. Januel. Not going to be able to plop down a Tombstone. Oh, he actually has one right next to the Roshan pit. And Wukong's command committed just to ensure that they have the spacing to be able to bring this one down. And there is going to be the finale on the Roshan. They get the Aegis as well. Glimpse back onto the silence of Fishman. You're not going anywhere, my friend. They approach just to see what's happening from Kataomi and Fishman. They were hoping to try find any kind of angle into the pit, but all angles are denied. Fnatic get the 2 kills, get the Aegis. They're starting to...
Yep. They're just starting to pull these heroes apart a little bit here. Pure is in a scenario where potentially could try and catch him out. DJ does have the glimpse to at least try and pull Pure away from this. They're going to dive deep behind this tower. Jabs, though, is in an awkward spot.
Very awkward spot. The Wukong is a good one. Pure gets off the Requiem though, and that might lead into a kill onto Jabs. That's the first life taken, but Armel with a beautiful roll into a swashbuckle will delete 2 heroes, both of them being cores. The misery for Pure will continue into this game number 2. as we see the LC also unable to really do all that much for Toby. Man, the difference in Toby's game, Armel blinks, so he's just going to go to the far side of the fight, and Jabs has BKB already. But now they're going to smoke up. Going on a will pop, Kataomi finds the impale onto Jabs. Jabs is not the hero they want to catch first, but there's the static storm just before the duel comes out, but unfortunately he will still end up being dead. Global Silence will help cover it. Toby getting stunned up by this Rolling Thunder. Pure trying to lay out these right click onto this Undying. The Requiem will get cancelled out. Not going to be allowed to channel, but it's not going to matter. They've still gotten the kill onto the Undying. Toby loses his life towards the right clicks of this Terrorblade, and finally the Requiem is let rip by Pure. It bounces back Armel. And that fear will prevent Terrorblade as well from coming up the ramp to finish off this Shadow Fiend. All right, Entity. Find a good fight with the initiation from Kataomi. Although they did drop down the statics on the map, they know that the second Roshan is online right now. They do not want to give it up. Stormstormer. They have a gem. He scouts out the vision here on this high ground. Could get jumped on, so needs to be careful. Tombstone is going to be there. But we see the drop down on the static storm from DJ, but it only connects onto Kataomi. Jabs also initiates the BKB. And they'll try going for the Wukongs right next to this outpost, but the Global Silence will catch him. And here's Toby with the dual kill. They brought down Jabs. Somehow, Nyx Assassin isn't even dead yet, but Armel, engaging the fight, has the Rolling Thunder. They glimpse back Toby. Will they be able to get more out of this, though? It's only this Legion Commander under direct threat at the moment. And he's even, the LC's not dead. She only passes on right now. And now they need to leave the rest of this engagement. Kataomi finds a stun onto Armel, able to bring down this Pangolier. And now they're on the retreat. Stormstormer blinks forward, gets off the Ice Wall to slow these heroes down with the EMP to follow. Janwell taking all the right clicks in the world. Stormstormer actually gets glimpsed back to safety. But Pure will end up dying to the raw damage of Raven as he finally unleashes the meta and throws in this damage. That is going to be a kill onto Pure. And as soon as he dies, Entity decide to beat the hasty retreat. At the end of the day there, Fluke, it's a 2-2 engagement, but Fnatic will end up losing 2 of their core heroes.
Well, so maybe this might be a good time for Entity to try and get this one going. Jabs is in the front. Oh, there's so much damage from Armel.
God! Armel, just one swashbuckle, almost straight up killed the Invoker. If there had been a potential follow-up with the Boundless Strike, Primal Spring in, would have just been a disaster. They will now find Janwell. He does have buyback available, though. Will he choose to commit it? Pure wants to go into the Roshan pit. These Forge Spirits going in. They have the Smelting Strike, so if they're given time to hit this Rosh, it'll be a lot easier for Entity. Here comes Armel, though, with the Rolling Thunder. They've caught out onto the Silencer, but the Silencer has Global available. They're not going to be able to kill him just yet. Will he be committing the spell? No. He dies, and now Pure, caught inside with the Glimpse, will be able to find the Requiem. Jabs still chasing him down, though, hoping to be able to find this kill. Elsewhile, we see the duel coming in on the north side of the fight. Jabs still chasing Pure. Pure trying his utmost. Hurricane Pike away, but he's caught on the edge of the kinetic field and will be brought down. They do kill Armel on the side of...
Getting off a Requiem or not getting off a Requiem, winning some of these fights, going back and forth. Obviously, Armel still always has access towards the Sunder. So you have to be very, very careful with how you're playing these fights here. But I do like the pick up from Pure. I think you kind of, when you're this far behind the 8 ball, you kind of have to pick these big items up, like the Hex on Stormstormer, like the Butterfly, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get these fights going. Oh, they caught Jabs.
Ooh, onto Jabs. Global Silence will help cover this one as well, and they do get the kill. That's actually going to be dual damage going the way of Toby, but he will die for this one. Pure inside the BKB, trying to TP out. There are no bashes coming in from Armel during the swashbuckle, so there's no cancellation. Is able to get back. Kataomi trying to find Janwell. Janwell is going to go into the Flesh Golem just to make sure he doesn't get caught out here. There's going to be a glimpse back, though, onto Kataomi. This Nyx Assassin surrounded and killed. No buyback available from him. No buyback available from the Legion Commander. That might be the opening that Fnatic were looking for. They're going to hope to try and at least force buybacks straight through here. He's going to have to loop all the way around through the bottom lane, and that's going to give them so much time to try and force this third and deciding lane of Rax. Oh, gosh. It's actually coming in on the backlines, though. Triple Meteor gets dropped down. Janwell will end up being his primary victim. That'll give space for Pure to try and take down this Tombstone. He succeeds in his endeavor, but now maybe he's a little bit vulnerable. Glimpse back into the middle of the fray. Can't get off the Requiem because there's the Rolling Thunder. There's the Wukong's command right on top of him. And there's going to be the kill. No buyback available for the Pure Shadow Fiend. However, maybe they keep this fight going. Toby got off the Blade Mail, doing so much damage to Raven. Raven's going to die. What a duel coming in from the Toby Legion Commander. He's going to lose his life for this, but who the hell cares? He might not even die, actually. The damage is not coming in from Jabs just yet. The Boundless Strike's going to be beautiful, but there was an even better Nyx Assassin stun with the Spike Carapace. Not going to be enough, though. to actually threaten this Monkey King as he gets himself back, saving the life of Disruptor in the process. But because
of the group stages here of TI, these games get oh so close, and I even talked about how important this game is going to be for both Entity as well as Fnatic. We're getting to the latter stages of day number 2 here for both these two groups. Oh no, they found out Armel.
Oh my god, that Spike Carapace. But the Spike Carapace also leads into a huge Static Storm. Unfortunately, the BKBs were committed. Stormstormer can't get himself out of this. The Static Storm with the Aghanim Scepter prevents him from activating his BKB. So the mids are traded out here. There is a Global Silence committed from Entity for this though. So they have to run away. That if they got off the Stormstormer BKB, that would have been such a huge fight for the side of Entity, but DJ, Fnatic, you're happy with this, right? Forcing buybacks. Sometimes that's also the name of the game for you. Ensure that the next time a fight rolls around, they can't buy back and defend from this high ground. So now if Toby dies again, it's a very awkward situation. Oh no, Fishman! He also needs to be careful. He is instrumental to how these fights have been playing out if he has the global. It's going to be up in 10 seconds, and he does have buyback if he wants to return to it. There's going to be the chaotic offering. Oh, look at Noivin. He's falling so low. Needs a Sunder target, but he activates the Metamorphosis.
Oh, the Static Storm
laying out this damage. Static Storm on the back of the fight will isolate the Shadow Fiend, and SF is gone. He is forced to buy back almost instantly, but they also found Toby in the meantime, who doesn't have the buyback. Jabs, though, taking damage from Pure and the gang. He'll be able to kill him without buybacks, but the thing that they wanted is the Megas, and they've got them. Mega creeps available for the Radiant lineup. And who can they catch on the retreat? Kataomi. Location from a BO1, pain and suffering. And now here comes Fnatic though. They want to force Entity into this 5-5. They're going in.
Oh, the Hex.
They get the Sunstrike out. Hex is out onto the Terrorblade as well. The triple Meteor is dropped with the Requiem, but they just don't have the damage here. They get off this Metamorphosis, turn onto Pure, right-clicking him down inside the Wukong's command. SF is gone without buyback. Stormstormer very likely to follow him as this Rolling Thunder from Armel connects onto both cores at the same time. Also able to track down and lock onto the Silencer. And with all these heroes dead, Entity read the writing on the wall. They see the 5-5 in their eyes, and they call...
Right.